possibly you can take away another frontline champion here for FPX. Aatrox can still be banned away. I mean, FPX can consider that champion for Qingdao 7. Great pick.
Oh, I do like this Lucian ban. It sort of works a double edge. For one, yeah, they can't pick Lucian anymore, but for another, they deny the early game comp here of G2 Blacklist, right? I mean, if you take a look at the comp here of G2 Blacklist, they can go all in on the early game. They could go for an early game mid laner and then couple that with a Lucian on the bottom side and take this game as quickly as they can. So banning the Lucian works against that favor. So now G2 Blacklist has to work against that Xayah first pick coming through from FPX, which makes their work even harder if you think about it. Corki, of course, still a top option, but Yone, oh, this is something interesting, because typically you pick Yone against an Aatrox, right? But they do ban Aatrox away, so the Yone gotta be more of a sort of comfort pick here of sorts here for G2 Blacklist, which is, in my opinion, not really too bad of a pick. Zeri, of course, still available, so it makes a ton of sense to be picked up here for G2 Blacklist, seeing as they are still lacking that ADC in the damage department. But
I mean, a while ago, Aaron had such a fun time with this Yone.
That's true.
So he might have warmed up his play game already. Ezreal gonna be locked in here for for Golden Guide, but the Fizz, I think it's not a good choice. Lee Sin is much better here for Qingdao 7, and it's gonna be locked in as well.
Look at the approval ratings here. G2 Blacklist looking like definite underdogs when it comes to that aspect. But let's not count our eggs yet before it's hatched, because the series is just about to start here. Both compositions locked up, and Aaron gonna be playing the Yone again after that side selection game. And yeah, this is the first, I think, one of the rare moments where we get to see a Yone without an enemy Aatrox on the other side. And I think this is a pretty good idea considering the matchup against a Vladimir. I mean, I mentioned the Yasuo going really well against a Vladimir in the laning phase theoretically. Yone is right up there for the same reason. Both of those champs, Yone and Yasuo, are really, really good at all inning, especially at that level 6 mark, which is the one weakness that the Vladimir has in the early game. So I think it makes definite sense here in the matchup point of view. And all in all, a ton of tools here for G2 Blacklist, particularly in that early game still, considering all things. Not a lot of scaling options, but they definitely have a good engage composition here. A lot of tools for engaging.
Great setups can be made by both teams. Let's see which setup will actually pave them their win. It has been a long time since we've last seen a Hecarim. G2 Blacklist getting their hands on it. Let's see if it can be a win for them.
Let's see. Hecarim, of course, one of the most coveted picks here in this season because of just how powerful he can take over these games. G2 Blacklist looking to make a level 1 cheesy play here. They do get discovered by Qingdao 7, so not necessarily going to commit to it. And FPX hoping to make a little bit of vision for themselves. They spot out where KD is going to be starting off that first camp. So that's pretty good information. And the one thing that makes Hecarim such a formidable foe here is Hecarim has one of the, if not the fastest clear speed of the entire jungle roster. So definitely nice to have. Nice popped up. Aaron down to 1 HP actually. Almost getting level 1 killed there. But we'll be staying alive for now.
I mean, the only time we have seen a Hecarim being picked up was during day number 1 of the season 2, KBG versus Nova Esports. Datan picked it up and even landed an MVP performance with it. So G2 Blacklist, I mean, they have a great stepping stone this time for backline access, especially with the onslaught of shadows later on, asset engage. They just need to be very, very careful in the early game. Of course, FunPlus Phoenix is notorious for their aggressiveness, and Aaron is feeling a bit of pressure here against Sky. Qingdao 7 is also here.
The one thing I'm scared of here for the side of G2 Blacklist is they don't have a lot of lockdown potential. Right? I mean, yes, they do have a Renekton, but it is going to be a really hard theoretical prospect how the Renekton is going to access that back line. I'm talking about the ADC here, the Xayah. for the side of FPX. They don't have a dedicated sort of assassin or a single target CC kind of lockdown champ that can have inevitable easy access to that back line. So that is going to be a challenging prospect for them for the team fights. But as for setting up these fights, they have so many tools. Talk about the cask, the Fate Sealed, even the Hecarim ults there as well. So they have that covered. But it's going to be really hard to shut down the ADC, especially because it's a Xayah, right?
Yeah, Xayah has repositioning advantage. It will take so many things to be considered for the team fight to actually work here on both sides. I think G2B is playing this very safely into the early game because the only early game champion they actually have here so far is the Renekton. And that's the only lane that KD can actually help out. So, FunPlus Phoenix, they know it as well. Sky just being able to safely walk away against Aaron. It's not going to feel any pressure unless KD can have a great entrance here.
It seems like G2B is looking for an engagement. It's Chow getting the double knockup. Here comes KD. Doesn't, I guess, get cancelled, but here comes the corner of the Forge God. That's 2 knockouts, and that means G2 are in trouble. That's the first blood for FunPlus as they take out the enemy Hecarim, and they look to set their sights towards the top lane.
Yeah, great setup, and now
they're going to look for the dive. Ime is down to half HP here, flashes to safety, but there's just nowhere to run as everyone's converging. FPX, first couple of kills in quick succession, and now here comes the Fate Sealed in the mid lane. They're looking to shut down Chow here. That's an orange. They want to dive that Aaron down to 1 as he gets jumped on by SkyFL. The teammate's already gone down, and this should be the execute for Sky. Flashes to safety. Katie roaming around the area, but it's just too late. FPX 4-0 as we head to the 4-minute mark.
Oh man, that was as clean as it can be. The counter engage into the mid lane, the gank into top lane, and that outplay by Chow in the mid lane as well. As an Ornn still managed to get the kill onto one member of G2 Blacklist, as Sky as well just following up, securing the kill onto Aaron. It's just massive as now they have almost a 3,000 gold lead at 4 minutes into the game.
This is tragic here for G2 Blacklist. They look to get the jump, but FPX did the opposite, and now KD looks to engage. What? An insect coming through from Jingdao, denying KD of the escape, for now at least, but here comes the Horn of the Forge God, looking to get the second kill. That's Ime getting jumped for the second time this time, but they will be in the safety of the turret as Draw shows up as well. So G2, they managed to minimize the bleeding, but again, it's one kill that they can't find an answer for.
I mean, there's so many questions right now for G2 Blacklist here in this game, and they have no answers for it. Just like what you mentioned, the FPX is landing so many checks all across the maps, landing so many pressures against them just before that 5-minute mark. So basically, because of the lead here of FPX, there's no way for G2B to contest any objectives, because teamfight so far has been heavily favoring FPX. Maybe they can trade out. RH gonna be prioritized here by FunPlus Phoenix. G2B can, you know, answer back, taking this dragon. But contesting this is going to be a different story.
Yeah,
they actually commit onto it.
It is gonna be.
See? KD going here.
Yeah. Seems like G2 Blacklist looking to commit to this Rift Herald here as he already started up. 2,000 HP left, and FPX look at the flank. SkyFL from behind as they jump onto that jungler. Jingdao is down early, even before the fight starts. Rift Herald secured as well. G2 Blacklist successful in that fight as they take the first fight of the game, first kill, and they take the Rift Herald as well. But it's not done. SkyFL looking to hold the line as Shelly charges down that mid lane turret. G2 Blacklist, great engagement there, and they deny SkyFL of anything.
Yeah, they try to charge the Rift Herald into the mid lane as well so that they can get that first tower. Oh, flash!
Nice into slice dice, and that's gonna be the stun as well. Kaldamik connecting, and that's the first kill for Ime there as the Drake getting started by FPX. G2 Blacklist finally finding some breathing room.
But they are unable to get that tower into the mid lane, and they believe Dawn 128 pushing bottom lane allowed them to secure a tower. Let's enter this replay. Great wombo combo. However, everything did not connect, or not everyone got hit by the CC layering here of G2 Blacklist. The good thing though is they picked up the RH. Bottom lane, another kill for FPX.
And G2 has been stellar with setting up these early game ganks. He's been the sole reason why FPX are so far ahead before the 4-minute mark. It's just Really good awareness, G2 Blacklist, targeting Jingdao 7 in that fight that got them the win. But at the end of the day, FPX still definitely ahead in this early game. Now, Forge God connects onto Ime. That's just keeping their neck to net bay in this early game. And again, FPX recognizing really well where they have to pinpoint. They shut down Leone, and now G2 Blacklist have to respond. That's a cast to draw out, and he's down for the count. And now it's going to be Chow next on the chopping block, and he is got nowhere to run this time, as that's 2 kills this time for G2 Blacklist to answer for their mid laner going down. Aaron, remember, went down in the 1v1 against Jingdao, but G2 Blacklist, they're not backing down.
Yeah, Golden Kite doing a really good job as well, staying alive here into the mid lane despite the gank here of Jingdao 7 and SkyFL. But the tower's being pressured. On its way. Fate Seal!
Oh, Fate Seal forward, doesn't connect, but Jingdao goes down either way. SkyFL backing off. And that's really quick executions on both sides. And so far, GG, this game, it's been delivering, baby. All aggression on the board.
Yeah, both of these teams not giving an inch towards each other every single time they trade blows. But this time,
again, another engagement. Honor the Forge God gets 2, 3 knockups.
Oh,
Golden Kite, 1 HP. Does he survive as Ignite takes him down? Yes, he will. But here comes Exegol to him from Dawn as Draw is isolated and he is out. Even though they don't secure the kill onto the Ez, they still get a kill onto G2.
Just a sacrificial support there by G2 Blacklist. Instead of Golden Kite getting taken down. Mid lane, I think, can still be defended here.
Double knockup coming in from Aaron. No Fate still available, but that is a nice true shot barrage there. Kind of a little bit too deep, but look at the denial. KD gets nothing out of that flank, and that's huge here for FPX.
I mean, the goal of G2 Blacklist is just to be able to defend their tier 1 tower into the mid lane. I think they are successful at that point. G2 Blacklist still continuing on the answers here against Fun Plus Phoenix. Still are down 3,000, but not really increasing gold lead for FPX is good news for them. Now, top side being pushed.
Again.
Gonna get contested.
Fate's Field connects, and that's Aaron looking to execute SkyFL, but it's a 1v2. Look at the damage being done. Now it's a 4v1. They're turning it around. Oh, Aaron's got nowhere to go.
SkyFL surviving with 1 HP is just
crazy.
Too much.
Yeah,
crazy for G2 Blacklist, and now they lose top side, they lose mid tower as well. Ooh, the base is crumbling.
Oh, almost gets a knock up to Golden Kite. Gotta be feeling scared after that. But FPX, they're just getting all the eggs here. And look at the gold lead here. It's majority of the FPX players leading. Just KD just almost at the top there, but it's just not enough. The damage is just not there. The numbers not favoring G2 Blacklist at all for now. Luckily for them, they don't necessarily have to look for fights yet. Objectives not up for the moment, but it's been a really rough early game here for G2 Blacklist. 3,000 gold lead, gold deficit, as now they look for the engage. But look at the safety net that we were talking about there. The side stays alive. Kong gets jumped on again, but he is alive and safe. It's Draw getting turned on. And again, the exit ultimatum is not going to let him survive.
Oh, man! Insane!
Double kill. Blue team champion slain.
Oh man, FPX is just delivering deadly blows against G2 Blacklist. Let's check this TP one more time because it was just so clean coming in from Plus Phoenix. The counterplay, despite everything being thrown out there by G2 Blacklist, the catch Kong is denied. Even the cast was used but not able to get the kill, and then the follow-up. Great follow-up coming in from Aaron, but still unable to deal the damage just because of the protection here of FPX. Ime as well tried to go in a flat. They ganked 3 times, committed 3 times against Kong, and still wasn't able to get the clean wipe out here against FPX. They get aced instead. And now the goal lead keeps on ballooning, now going towards 7,000. Soul point for FPX as well. Is a disastrous situation right now for G2B.
Yeah, this is really rough for G2 Blacklist. Look at the gold difference. Not once has it panned out in their favor almost. And it's now ballooned to the biggest that it's been the whole game. 7,000 just now.
Yeah.
And this is looking like a done deal here for FPX. Remember, scaling
It
option.
is.
The only scaling option realistically that G2 Blacklist have here is Aaron. And while he has done a pretty stellar job in those setups, he doesn't necessarily find the backup that he needs here for the damage, because there isn't any damage. There isn't any item going on. And now another player for G2 Blacklist gets caught. It's Ime again. And FPX is just so good at finding these stragglers that it's just happened over and over again that G2 Blacklist haven't been able to keep up in any way.
I mean, they can just start this Baron already and finish it up without any contest coming in from G2 Blacklist. Sky has them in check, has control, has a slow, has a choke point as well. Dawn is gonna be here.
Now it's Change coming through. Sky L. Oh my gosh. That's the Fate Shield used defensively by Aaron, and this Baron is going down quick. And now Katie struggling to get close. He doesn't even get near the Baron as Aaron gets jumped. That's Elisen flashing onto him. Clask buys a little bit of time, but now they're going in. Jing Bao goes down. G2 Blacklist flash defensively, but here comes the Hornet Forge guy forward, and FPX jump, and they are not gonna stop until they find the jugular. G2 Blacklist, they're fumbling big time.
And FPX is profiting big time right now with this Baron power play. Now knocking onto the base here of G2 Blacklist, opening up this mid inhibitor tower. Can they actually end this?
I think they can. It's just two players standing, Ime and KD. Can they hold the line? No ults to work with, and no more time. Finally, there comes KD's ult, and he doesn't even find just 2 kills that he needs at least. Oh, he's buying enough time. Actually, G2 Blacklist, they can survive. They do still have the Nexus shield, so potentially there's time to recover. But no, it's a little bit too late. G2 Blacklist, they go down. FPX take game 1 of the series.
13 minutes and a half. FPX lands a decisive victory in game number 1. And